Hello everyone, welcome to Legal Darshan. In today's video, we are going to discuss a topic related to indecent representation of women and its conflict with freedom of expression. Obscenity, as defined in Webster Dictionary, means an offense to chastity or modesty, expressing or preventing to the mind or view something that delicacy, purity, or decency forbids to be exposed, impure as obscene language, obscene picture, indecent, unchaste, etc. In a benchmark decision, the court propounded community standard test, that is, act or expression is obscene if the dominant theme is contemporary to community standard. In scope of obscene acts as offences can be studied in the Indian Penal Code 1860 and the Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986. In the Indian Penal Code 1860, the sections 292 and 293, the code prohibits publication and sale of obscene books, pamphlets, inter alia representation which shall be deemed to be lascivious or appeal to such an interest which includes obscene advertisements. Section 294 of the Indian Penal Code prohibits obscene acts and songs, where to the annoyance of others, if someone does any obscene act in public place or sings, recites, or utters any obscene songs, ballad, or words in or near public places, he shall be punished with imprisonment of a term exceeding to 3 months and fine. The Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986 aims to punish the acts of indecent representation of women, which means the depiction in any manner of the figure of the woman, her form or body, or any part thereof in such a way that has the effect of being indecent or derogatory or degrading women or is likely to injure the public morality. The punishment prescribed in this act for this offense is, for the first offense it is 2 years of imprisonment and a fine of rupees 2000. For the second repetition of the offense, the punishment would be up to 5 years of imprisonment and the fine would range in between rupees 10,000 to 1 lakhs. An amendment was also made to the Information Technology Act in 2008, which inserted Section 67A and 67B. Section 67A makes the publication of sexual content punishable. If first time the offense is committed, the offender will be imprisoned for up to 5 years with a fine of 10 lakhs. For repeated offenders, the punishment will extend to 7 years of imprisonment. Section 67B makes it clear that only sexual contents publication is not punishable, but also possession of such pornographic content will be punishable too. This section is a turning point in the children movement in the country against pornography. Section 2D of the National Human Rights Commission Act states that human rights include the right to life, liberty, equality, and dignity, and therefore must be read properly in regard to protection of dignity of women in advertisements. While deciding the conflict between indecent representation of women and freedom of expression in movies, documentaries, etc., we have a notable judgment of Supreme Court named Bobby Art International, etc. versus Ompal Singh and others. In this case, the issue was whether the scene of rape was degrading women and the nudity in the scenes was indecent or not. The appellant contended that the film was considered appropriate by the tribunal, whose members were also women, while the respondent submitted that the lower courts have quashed the certificate and forbidden the screening. Justice Bharucha in this case referred to the case of Abbas versus Union of India, where the Chief Justice of India has held that the standard we set for our censors must make an allowance in favor of freedom. He held that the themes must be checked in the context to determine the question of the restriction. Court emphasized that vulgar writing is not always obscene and the consideration must be paid to the whole script. The only permissible rights to restrict Article 19(1)(a), that is the freedom of expression given in Constitution, are given in Article 92 only. Justice Bharucha also laid down that the guidelines given to censor board are wide in standards And where there is a theme of social relevance, it must be allowed to prevail. In the script challenged in this case, Bandit Queens, the agony of a rape survivor has been depicted, and it has not glorified rape in the society but has shown the terrific mental and physical state of agony of the victim. The court upheld the judgment of tribunal and held that social commentary through artistic expression is an expression and it must not be restricted on the grounds of moral value system. On the basis of above discussion, we can conclude that if the main theme of a documentary or a movie is to portray the social evil and not to corrupt the society, then the film or the documentary or the depiction shall not be banned on the moral grounds, as it will contravene the director's or the maker's freedom of expression. The intention of the maker must be checked thoroughly. If there is an intention of representation of nudity or indecency of a woman, it must be banned. But if it is a depiction of social evil, then the moral grounds must not restrict its publication. This was all for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, share and comment. For any suggestion, feedbacks or queries, please feel free to mail us at legaldarshan@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a nice day.